Zombie apocalypse.
What is up, guys and gals? Space Unicorn here, bringing you some hot frag action. So today we're doing another character versus character, lineup versus lineup. We have Funny 7 versus Shay. So why don't we get into their lineups? Here we have Funny 7's build, the Boss, Soldiertron, Lucha, Andro, and Desper. A very, very interesting build. Very, very solid build as well. And here we have Shay's lineup. Andro, the Boss, Queen Unicorn, Blot, and Lucha. So that being said, which of these lineups is going to perform better? No idea. But we're going to start with Funny 7's lineup. Alrighty, let's find an opponent. Looks like we're playing a bot. Yay. Alrighty. So, we're going to start with Andro. Andro is going to be Slayer / tower damage role here. She's able to do very, very, very good damage very, very quickly, and it's going to enable her to, well, basically just work these targets as we slay them out. Desper is going to be our Slayer. Well, technically he's solo Slayer. Andrew is kind of a cross between the two. Lucha, his primary job is going to be to get to these towers and do the Lucha thing, the Lucha thing that they do, where they destroy a tower very, very quickly. So let's get over here. Let's destroy this tower. Now, the strengths of this lineup are pretty straightforward. It's able to slay very, very easily with the Desper and Andro. And it also gets good tower damage with the Andro and Lucha. The defensive fallback is superb with the Boss and Soldiertron. So there's really nothing to hide from in regards to this lineup. They're very, very solid all around. Now, their major weakness. What would their weakness be with a build that's very, very solid? Well, first of all, you have a solo tank. Solo tank is actually a really good thing. And the Desper is also a very, very good card as well for the slaying role. Now, the weakness comes into the range from your characters. Desper and Andro have limited range. That's not necessarily saying that they can't kill things from wherever they want on the map, because they can. It's more so saying that their range will struggle against a card who can outshoot them. There's a couple cards that'll do that. You'll have a few people that'll run a sniper, and a few people that will run like a crystal. And your other big weakness is going to be Blot, believe it or not. Blot will do work against this lineup. He just will. Now, with that being said, this lineup overall, very, very solid build. Actually going to win a lot of matches with this lineup. Now, that means that we need to go and win this match and go check out Shay's lineup. Alright, well, that's all she wrote for this one. Let's go check out Shay's build next. Alright. Now, Shay's build is similar to this, with the difference being the Blot for the Desper. So, it's going to fall into a very similar pattern as opposed to the build we were just watching. Alrighty, guys, it looks like we're having a connection issue, so I'll bring you guys right back as soon as we find a match. Alrighty, well, that didn't take very long. So Shay's lineup is going to fall in strength-wise. Your defensive combo of the Boss and Queen Unicorn is actually pretty darn good. Queen Unicorn is a very, very good card in the right hands if you learn how to play her. Now, with that being said, she doesn't quite have the pest, control of a Soldiertron, but she is pretty useful nonetheless. All right, we get that frag. Go over here, get that frag. I really do like Queen Unicorn. She's a lot of fun. But back to what we're talking about. Primary Slayer here is Andromeda. You can do it with Blot, but you really have to know how to play Blot in order to do it to its maximum effectiveness. Andro is going to be able to slay pretty much anything in the game. Andro really is still the best one-on-one card in the game. Vertical mobility and huge damage. Tower damage is going to come in the form of Blot and Lucha. That is a lot of tower damage right there. This lineup is going to be very, very strong at rushing, and it will struggle on the backside with, if your defense goes down, which it will possibly eventually. The boss is really, really good, though, and the unicorn's also really good. Just kind of got to keep in the back of your head that you have to play a little defense. It's the same thing with any build. If you're not playing defense, you are going to lose matches occasionally because you aren't watching your backline. It's pretty straightforward. Now, let's pop that alt real quick. Told you. Got him. All right, so like I said, weaknesses with this lineup are actually only one of the things is the same as the last one. That being, you could get outshot by a card like a Crystal, a Polka, or a Virus. They're really going to be your only real problems here because you have so much damage and so much tank coming out on the other side with the Blot and the Lucha. So, Andro's your primary Slayer. You have a solid defense. Soldiertron's a little better on defense, but the boss, Queen Unicorn, is very good as well. So, that means who wins this match? Well, it's actually a little bit tricky because both these lineups are very, very similar. Major difference being Blot and Unicorn on Shay's lineup. So, with that being said, Blot and Unicorn is good. Soldiertron and Desper is good, but Blot's going to do a little more for you than the Desper will. So with that being said, the winner of this one is going to be Shay, but only barely, as Funny Seven's lineup is also phenomenal. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please like, comment, subscribe, and down there. I will see you legends in the next one. Bye-bye.